Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Collada, and today I'm going to show you the worst of best perks in Black Ops 6 Zombies. As I'm recording this, there is only 8 perks at the moment. But of course, as Season 1 is just literally right around the corner, we'll expect to see some more perks, probably like Vulture Raid, Mule King, and if we're lucky, and the gods say yes, Double Tapped, because we haven't seen this perk in like 9 years. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. At number 8, as our worst perk, it's Melee Macchiato. New to Black Ops 6 and already the worst perk in the game. Basically what this does, it turns your gun butt into a powerful force punch. Sounds good on paper, but if you use it, it does very little damage and it's very slow. The damage doesn't really do that well and it's only good up until probably round 15 or round 20 before it does little to no damage. Although it does have some benefits like making your knife or your bat does way more damage and it's very useful for camo grinding, but it's just not the best. The only time I would use this is if I'm trying to get my melee weapons to gold and I already have my knife to gold, so it's just literally my bat, or the SAM trials, or the breaking the vending machine in Liberty Falls. But apart from that, I'm never really going to use Melee Macchiato. It's a shame really, but there's always going to be one bad perk. At number 7, we have Elemental Pop. Came straight out of Cold War and now it's in Black Ops 6. Very nice touch, but it's just not really the best, really. Basically, what this does is if you use your gun or your knife and you kill a zombie, it has a small chance to use a ammo mod. It could be Brain Rot or Dead Wire or Napalm Burst or Shadow Rift or whatever else. It could use that. What makes this a bad perk is that there are just way better perks in Black Ops 6, and what really annoys me is if you're doing camo grinding and you're using this, it can actually steal your headshots. And what's the point of using it if you already have ammo mods like Brain Rot or Dead Wire or Shadow Rift that you can put on your gun instantly? I don't really see a point in this, and I never really did in Cold War. I mean, it's not bad, but there's just way better alternatives. I mean, of course, you can buy as many perks as you want, but I'm never really buying this one because I'm always doing headshots or camo grinding, so there's just really no point. Not a bad perk, but not the best. At number 6, I have Stamina. A very controversial pick, but I already feel like I'm fast enough as it is in the game. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad perk, but I feel like with other maps coming up soon enough, I feel like Stamina will be, more better. Of course, with speedrunners, it's making this so much easier for you, but in my opinion, I'm not really speedrunning half the time, and I just don't really see Stamina as, a very good perk to have. Of course, I will always use Stamina Up no matter what, but they're just better perks in my opinion, and because another perks that will be coming up shortly, it just makes this perk very useless, and I'll get it last before anything else. I'm not saying it's a bad perk. If anything, it's a really strong and powerful perk. They're just better ones in my opinion. Of course, I will always buy it, but they're just better ones in my opinion. Coming up at number 5, I have Quick Revive. What this does, it's basically recover your health faster, and you can revive your friends faster. I feel like this perk is kind of useless for me because, first of all, I always play solos. I don't really play with friends unless I'm doing Easter eggs or high rounds with friends, but I never really use Quick Revive that much. Of course, recovering health faster is so useful, but I feel like it's also a bit too slow. Of course, augments make this really useful, especially with Equivalent Change, where you basically act like the original Quick Revive. It just still doesn't feel like it's, as powerful as I thought it would be. Still very useful, but I feel like in recent times it's becoming more of like a co-op perk than more of a solo perk in my opinion, which is kind of a bad thing, but if you're playing with friends, always use this, it's very useful. Especially if you're playing with friends who are not really that advanced and that good at the game, but it's still useful nonetheless. At number 4, I have PhD Flopper. Man, it is so nice to say PhD Flopper again, not just PhD Slider. What this does, it basically makes you immune to all explosive damage, so like the RPGs, the Sigma of course, and the ray gun, which is very useful, but if you dolphin dive, it makes a massive explosion which kills nearby zombies, which is basically what we used to see back in the OG days of Call of Duty. But if you mix this with PhD Slider and Turbulus, it makes this so much more better. Basically acting like PhD Flopper and PhD Slider from Cold War into both. I don't know what it is, but back in Cold War, I used to love PhD Slider, like, a lot. I used to use it all the times. And the fact is we have both of these back just makes it so much better. You can never go wrong with PhD Slider. I mean, it's just perfect. Like, really, it's really broken and beautiful. But this is like more of a me perk because I always start around no matter what, and because I can start around faster, quicker, and kill zombies with it, it makes it so better. That's why it's this high. And number 3, we have Speed Cola. Basically what this does, it reloads your weapons faster and replate your armor faster. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a faster reload, you really can't, because majority of the time you are using a bigger mag to kill the zombies, so this is very useful. I felt like in Cold War it was a bit too broken. I mean, you can reload really quickly, you can spin the box really quickly, and this just makes it, you know, a bit more better. And having this nerf, it just feels, you know, more smoother. Just like in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 and 1, it makes it 10 times better. That's it, really. There's not really a lot to say about Speed Cola. It just makes your gun reload faster and plate up armor faster, which is useful. The augments are pretty nice, but that's really it, really. In second place, we have Deadshot Daiquiri. This perk has always been a fan favourite of mine since Black Ops 1, and they made it 10 times better in this game. What this does is basically once you ADS, which means zooming in with your gun, you basically aim instantly to the zombie's head, making crit kills and camera grinding 10 times easier. This is this high because making guns in this game really well, it's really hard because majority of the guns drop down a lot by like round 25 to round 30, meaning the majority of the guns are just basically useless. But with Deadshot Daiquiri, you basically make your guns 10 times stronger and 10 times powerful. With an augment which basically makes your critical damage 10 times better, you really can't go wrong with it. But imagine if we had double tap in this game with Deadshot Daiquiri. Oh my god, it would be so much better. We need double tap in this game. We haven't seen double tap since Black Ops 3, and it was one of the main 4 perks. Like, where is double tap? Honestly, double tap would be so useful though. Literally, so useful. Because zombies do so much damage to you already, and you basically do nothing to the zombies unless you're using the jet gun. So having double tap will be so useful. But apart from that, Deadshot Daiquiri is a very broken perk. But of course, you already know what first place is going to be. It's Tombstone! Oh my god, this perk is absolutely, come on, beautiful, beautiful! Nah, I'm just joking. Of course it's Juggernaut. But basically, what makes this perk really useful is basically, when you start the game, you have 150 health. When you use Juggernaut, you have 250 health, which is huge. And if you use an augment, you can have 300 HP, which is even huger. Without Jug, you're basically screwed in Black Ops Zombies. You really are. The zombies are like on steroids on this. Mangler's spawning in left, right, center like it's nothing. Abominations, other zombies, it's just too much to deal with. A Juggernaut makes this 10 times easier. I mean, having more health is very useful, but with other augments just makes it 10 times better. Jug has literally always been useful since Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. For the zombies double swiping you, using Jug just makes it 10 times easier. And with Jug in Black Ops 6, just makes it so much easier. Getting to around 40 or 50, even higher, makes it so easier. I mean, with the new nerf with Mutant Ejector, making around 100 is just 10 times harder. But without Jug, honestly, I probably wouldn't get to around 30, let alone around 100. But Jug has always been there, if that's for the casual players, for the noob players, or even for the pros. Jug has always been very useful, and it still is useful till this day. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing because it helps out a massive ton, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!